Welcome to Xbox Uncuts, episode 321. Batman leaves the chat. Yeah, I think that's going to be the title of the podcast. Yeah, why not? Batman leaves. He's gone. DC Fandom happened, and that is why I brought the biggest DC fanboys that I know. Well, I don't think they are. So, well, I'm sorry. Burying it already. Welcome to the show, Will. How you doing, Will?
Hey, what's up? What's up? Good to be here as usual. It'd been nice to have Jason on there because Jason's a big DC guy too, right? You guys are both DC dudes. So,
and we also have wonderful Steph back from his time off. You know,
yeah.
I'm
back.
Distance makes the heart grow fonder. You know.
Yeah. That's a funny joke there. I'm back from near death. I almost died last week, so I'm back.
All right. See, now you say you almost died. Now I gotta ask because how did you almost die, sir?
Well, I felt that
I wasn't gonna bring it up.
Well, I felt my life was threatened by my body attacking me because of my emotions that I harbored towards people in this world because I was very upset because of work stuff. So
yeah. So the lesson learned.
Sometimes, lesson learned. I feel like Hank Hill. You remember when Hank Hill on that episode when he was like on the verge of like having a heart attack because he was so mad.
Yeah.
But
like you can't bottle shit up.
I
make a lot of jokes on the show, but if you ever feel overstressed, just like say, you can go talk to somebody.
No, it wasn't necessarily stress. I call it anger. I was very angry.
No, but it's been compacted.
I'm like Adam Sandler in that movie, anger management. I need that. I might need some of that. Yeah, that's me.
Well, I'm glad you're feeling better, and we're glad you are on the show, sir.
Yep.
I was saying before the show, we did invite Eric. Hopefully he will pop in probably about 3/4 way through the show, and then we can run through all the show notes again. I will make the call of saying Batman sucks, and hopefully that will bring him the spirit of Eric into the show. Usually 30 seconds after those words are said, the man appears from the night.
That's right.
But I guess we could start off with a nice story. Microsoft sells Halo masks to benefit frontline workers. So for every mask you buy, they send out 2 to doctors and people in the front line in the COVID epidemic. So it's cool, So if you see a Master Chief mask out there, it's helping people out.
Yeah, that's cool.
I just wanted a nice little story for the beginning. It's nice. Like last week, we it was like fucking doom and gloom, like just over and over and over. This week,
sorry, I probably would have died if I came on the show.
Get a nice humanitarian piece up there, and then Steph is like
it wasn't Steph. Me and Will had a good show. It's just like all the news was just like yeah. It's not happy. Yeah. It's not good news. It's just
yeah. So it's a good thing Steph wasn't here. He would have been like even more pissed.
All right. All right. I take it everybody here is caught up with the Fortnite situation on iOS, Samsung. So if you haven't heard, Fortnite in Unreal Engine, well, there was a court order that has protected the Unreal Engine so far, as of right now, to allow game developers, allows Epic to keep using the Apple SDK so game developers can upgrade their engine for security and everything else that were using Unreal Engine on iOS or Samsung or kind of anywhere else because they were violated Apple's terms of service. In the tie-in with Microsoft, as Phil Spencer tweeted out, today we have filed a statement in support of Epic's request to keep access to Apple's SDK for its Unreal Engine. Ensuring that Epic has access to the latest Apple technology is the right thing for gamers, developers, and games. And it's true, because it would have killed probably half of iOS's games, because they're all on fucking Unreal.
Yeah.
It's such a large engine that everybody uses, but it also, in this fight, you could see people pull away from Unreal because you just don't know how long. It's like this court injunction, like they're pausing, essentially saying, yeah, you can't take the SDK away from Unreal Engine, because right now they're looking at as like, because Tencent owns, or who owns Epic now?
I'm not
trying to
sure.
remember. So they're considering Fortnite as Epic Games, and that is still banned. But the Unreal Engine they're considering is owned by like Epic, let's say Epic Corporation, and they're considering both of them two separate entities. And that way, one can be banned and one can still function.
It's a weird call.
Yeah, but that way they still get development support, and you can still update your games without having to rebuild the entirety of your game in another engine and hope it runs well and redistribute it on the Apple Store.
Yeah, it does work out for developers, so they don't have to worry about having their game in limbo or some crazy thing tied up to their updates. So that's good. I mean, in that way, that's good. But
like, is Fortnite still playable on iPhone?
People are selling iPhones for ridiculous amounts with it pre-installed.
Oh, so if you got it installed, you can
still play it if you have it installed.
So they can't stop you. They can't like stop the game. Like they can't.
Apple has before deleted apps off people's phones. They haven't done so with this yet, but they've definitely gone into people's phones and deleted apps off of them.
You know, they're probably going to have an update soon and be like iOS fucking 10. Well, I don't even know what iOS we're in. It shows you how much Apple fanboy I am. With like 12 or something
Huge.
like that. Whatever. Yeah, the next one, they might have some sort of stoppages on certain things. Like, because say they updated the, you know, that payment in there was like, what, $7.99 to pay directly to Epic in Fortnite?
I think so. Yeah.
They could just update their firmware or whatever, the software, whatever you want to call it, and just have it deleted off the phones. I mean, I'd imagine mobile's a big part of their user base, and I'd say not Android, but Apple is a big chunk of that too, a huge chunk of it. So,
all right. So, by the way, they're on iOS 13 apparently. 13? Yeah. August 12th is saying was the release date of 12 or 13.
They usually stick with the phone, like iPhone. It's iPhone 11. I figure maybe they might just be one ahead. But Jesus, they're two ahead of their phone.
Josh in chat is saying, but once the new season starts, none of them can play it on Apple.
Oh, because it won't be able to update.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sucks. You'd have to download that.
Well, you would be able to. You can update some apps from the internet. Some of them you'd be able to update that way. So I'm sure they'll figure out.
Well,
figure a workaround.
There's no way. Well, as of right now, there's no way to bypass the Apple Store and preload software other than jailbreaking your iPhone and doing it. But that is actually Epic's argument in court against Apple, is that, hey, look, Mac computers can load other stores. Why can't we? Why can't we have the Epic Store? Like, why? Like, and it's a solid argument because there's no security issue.
On the iPhone? Is that
not like have its own storefront, because you know, on Android we can download and put other storefronts on our phones. Like, we can totally have a different storefront on your phone. It doesn't have to be the Samsung, or like Samsung has a storefront on Android. It's not just the Play Store. You can sideload any store you kind of want.
Well, if you just look at YouTube, okay, so look at YouTube, the YouTube app, right? Whenever you download YouTube, you can buy stuff within the app of YouTube, and I'm not sure how much of a cut Apple gets from that, or if
fair. Well, they're getting 30%. That's the thing. Apple gets a 30% cut from YouTube.
So if I download YouTube on my phone, and I go
on
my
your
computer,
iPhone, yeah,
okay, and I got it on my phone. Just listen real quick, and I go on my computer and I subscribe on my computer on the Google Chrome web browser, and I subscribe to, let's say, the Xbox Uncut YouTube channel, where I get all these perks, and it's like $5 a month. Apple gets a cut of that too, because that subscription.
They don't. But if you would go through, if you don't get a cut, they don't get a cut off that. But if you were on your iPhone and you went to the Xbox Uncut channel, which this is not a thing, by the way. We're not trying to fucking like sponsor. But like if let's say we had enough like the little fucking icon things you can get. Let's say we made it $1 a month. You can subscribe to Xbox Uncut for special content. And you did it through an iPhone and you click buy, Apple gets 30% off of that. And everyone off of that because it's done through the iPhone. But if you went to, YouTube on your PC, they don't get nothing. Even though you're still getting the features.
Yeah, okay. Well, that's what I was going to mention. You still get all those features on your iPhone.
Yeah, because I don't even remember if Netflix has, like, I think you can get trials for Netflix, but you can't set a subscription on Netflix on iOS. I know originally you couldn't. And they might have caved and just done the 30%.
Yeah, you can set a subscription for anything on iOS. It even has its own.
I know it has a subscription tag, but as a developer, you can be like, all that you get when you load up the Netflix app is a login button, the login screen, and then the password, and then you get nothing else. But if you have to subscribe on Netflix.com, and then you could go over to your iPhone, log in, and just watch everything. That doesn't break terms of service. But let's say Netflix says, hey, we want to put this $7.99 a month option on it, and you hit pay here, Apple gets a cut, 30%. That's how it works. So you just don't put the buy button up there, and then you force people to go through the PC.
Yeah, the thing about that is there's a way, everything that we just brought up, right? There's a way for Apple not to get a cut, right? And still be able to use it on an Apple device. So I don't understand why they're holding Epic to, like, I don't know. I feel like
Epic. What Epic doesn't want is Epic doesn't believe that Apple deserves 30% of Fortnite sales.
Do they want to like say they should deserve less, or they don't want to give them anything?
Right now, they don't want to give them anything because what Epic's point is, look, we have the app. We have the ability to process these payments ourselves. We're protected. We're a good, well-intent, we're a giant company. We're not like it's not like some random app that's just going to process people's credit card information and, it all gets stolen. It's Epic Games. We have our own store. We would like to just be able to process it without giving Apple a cut because we can get more money for, our games and all the microtransactions. We're just going to process it. We don't need Apple to process.
Yeah, I mean,
Apple's like, look, you're using our store. You have to give us our cut. Anytime you spend $1, we want 30 cents, period. And then Epic's like, but you're not doing anything. You're charging us a premium for something we can do ourselves. And then, so Epic's point in court is, look, Mac computers allow you to load up apps that Apple doesn't get 30% of all sales off every Mac app. Like, that doesn't make any sense. It's a personal computer. And in today's day and age, like, let's just say roughly Apple is 50% of the market. Let's just say it's 50-50 between Android and Apple. Like, both of those companies get 50% of everything that gets done. Or not 50, but 30%. So you look at, like, all these studios are like, look, this is fucked up. Like, we don't want to pay 30% for something we can do. Like, that's bullshit. Right. So they're trying that's why they're bucking on both not Samsung, but Android, Google, and Apple. Because it's like, look, and there's 2 different lawsuits out for both companies from Epic fighting both of these companies because and I kind of agree. Like, there should be, on iOS, I'm down with, like, having multiple stores. You should be able to go, hey, I want to download the Epic Game Store.
Apple's always been a walled garden. I mean, it's always been that way. So I don't understand why they expect more, more out of them. But at the same time, like,
well,
Epic
the thing is, it's like saying, well, Windows is a walled garden, and Windows, you should only be able to use Internet Explorer. And if you want to buy anything on Windows, Microsoft should get 30%. And you should just be happy with that because but that's the argument Epic's making for like Android and for iOS.
Well, I understand the argument. Yeah. I'm just saying that they already offer a way to pay. Like, if you go to epic.com and then go to the Fortnite tab, you can buy V-Bucks and shit like that specifically just from from Epic and Fortnite. And I get, and they don't charge you less when you buy it from their website.
Yeah. No, I understand, but the whole point is like a phone now is a personal computer, and to pretend that it's this special thing is not true, and it's bullshit. And Apple doesn't deserve 30%. Like that's what their whole point is.
How much money they would lose if they stop charging people 30? If they stop that?
Look, they might not have a choice if the court rules in Epic's favor.
I mean, I'm not,
because all it would do, honestly, is it's not going to stop Apple from charging 30% from their store. Yeah. What it would cause is for them to be able to go, okay, Apple, you would now have to allow other stores on your platform. Like you can't, just like Windows has other stores. It'd be like Microsoft saying, "Hey, Steam, we get 30%." Like no, Steam is Steam.
My question is,
you need to be able to add Steam to iOS. What benefit would Apple get from having multiple stores? Yeah. No, it doesn't. It's not about a benefit to Apple. It's about that you control the majority of the market and have a monopoly. Because that's the whole point. Is it's monopoly laws. They're fighting a monopoly.
Why is it a monopoly if it's
because they own 50% of the market?
But do they?
Yeah, they own like 47%. Android has like 47%.
Rules and you know. And
oh no, but like I said, this is the same argument you could have like Windows like tried to make.
Right, but it's crazy to think that you could come out with a product, it can become popular, right? You can sell it and sell it and sell it and do it a certain way, and all of a sudden, because you've made so much money and you've been so successful with something that you created, now you have to change. You have to effectively get a new.
You're handing it over. Yeah. No, I understand what you're saying. Yeah.
That's insane that they would have to do that.
But it would. Look. This is. Think about this. Think about the fact that there's a possibility that one day, just because remember how when with the Internet Explorer thing, they were like, Microsoft, you have a monopoly. You're not allowed, even though Internet Explorer is the #1 used browser at the time, and like you're not allowed to default this as Internet Explorer. You need to turn on your operating system. You have to have a screen that gives you 5 different browsers, and then the computer will download the browser you choose. They could do the same thing on iOS, where it's like, hey, like you turn on your iPhone for the first time, and it asks you right off the bat with 5 different stores, like these are the top 5 stores. Which store would you like to use? It's still an iPhone. It still has all the system features. Like there's no reason that these stores would break the phone.
Yeah, like, I feel like people choose Apple though because it doesn't do all of those things, and it's a walled garden because of the security. Like it's one of the more secure platforms there is. I mean, it's become less and less true over the years, of course.
It doesn't mean that the stores wouldn't have to follow under like guidelines for security. It's just that it would get them out from under Apple's thumb, where Apple makes 30% off every tiny little transaction.
I agree with that. I agree with that. But I mean, at the same time, like I feel like that if it did happen, there would be some security flaws that they wouldn't be able to control. I mean, it'd just be something they wouldn't be able to control.
Yeah. I mean, I actually agree with you for the most part. I see this. I see both sides of the argument.
Yeah.
And just like I don't think it was right for the government to say that Microsoft can't make fucking Internet Explorer your default browser, I say like you shouldn't be able to force fucking Apple to offer multiple stores. You know, they created a platform that's built off the idea that it's going to be curated the entire time.
Right, and it's made them a lot of money.
Yeah, but at the like when you are a monopoly, or they're a duopoly between Apple and fucking Google, if they both charge 30%, at least with Android you can sideload stores. iOS you can't, and that better scholars than I will debate this.
I'm not sure how much of a difference that would make, though. Like, honestly,
it would make. I mean, no. But let's say Epic did it right. Let's say Epic got to make their own store on Apple, because that's the fight, right? Let's say the Epic store comes up on iOS now, and they bypass the App Store. At that point, they could allow like they could only charge 5% versus 30%. So Apple, like people would go to the Epic App Store or the Epic Store on Apple products, and they wouldn't have to worry. You know, it's a much smaller fee, but it, you know, it's just more profitable. Like, why wouldn't you go that route?
I mean, like for you on the user end, I'm saying I'm not sure how much of a difference it would make.
What are you talking about? The user end, there could be a huge difference because right now, no. But honestly, right now, Apple already prioritizes its apps over third parties. So let's say if your app shows up 30th on the search list because Apple wanted to put fucking like iMessage above it, and you have a great Messenger app, but you're being pushed down the list because Apple's like, no, we're promoting our stuff. We're promoting our music platforms. We're promoting our products. While Epic's like, no, we're just based off the amount of views, like amount of clicks. We're not going to base it off of like our platform stuff. Then you could choose like that might be the better store just because you're not fighting with Apple. Like you're not compete because Apple's directly competing with every app on the App Store, and they're the ones that run the store. Like it'd be like if Coke and Pepsi, like, oh, we're going to open up a Coke store. We're going to sell Pepsi products. But we're going to charge Pepsi 30%. And we're also going to make sure that Pepsi's always in the back of the store, you know, and Coke is always going to be prominent.
Hey, like, are you talking very disrespectful right now about
No, but that's the idea. Like, the idea is like, oh, like, fuck, we have it. It's there. We have an app store, but it's all about Coke. Like that's what Apple's doing with its apps.
I see what you mean. I'm just saying, like,
I get it. Like I said, I think better legal scholars than us. Yeah. We are not legal scholars.
Will might have a better. He's in the web shit. What do you think about this, Will?
Well, about the whole Apple thing.
Yeah, well, give us your thoughts. We've been rambling for a good 30 minutes about it.
I mean, I don't have really much to add. Just, I hope Apple straightens out their whole thing, and I hope Epic, gets their thing as well, and everybody's happy. You know,
that is the most non-answer, and none of that shit's ever gonna happen. Their views are literally polar opposites. And you just said, I hope they both end up getting what they want.
If not, then I guess it'll be for more fun times ahead, you know.
All right, for a way better conversation on this, there's a channel called Uncivil Law on YouTube. Just look up Uncivil Law and Epic Games, and I believe Nate Brody as well. There's two great legal channels that I definitely recommend. They both have, I think, 10,000 subscribers. But they're awesome. I like both those channels.
Okay, that's good. I mean, so you guys...
Uncivil Law is a little bit more right-leaning. Nate Brody's left-leaning. Great. And they do like on Thursday nights, they do co-podcast together. If you ever are interested in like legal cases, stuff like that, great two guys to listen to. Because they'll give you, to me, they give you really well-balanced opinions. And like, it's not super... I mean, they have their bias and they'll explain their bias, but like, it's always like, oh, the law says X, Y, and Z, and this is how you interpret it, and this is how you look at it, and these are the arguments, and let's see what the courts say. Like, it's interesting, and I would definitely recommend their channels, especially on stuff like that, because like we're spitballing here. Like you hear the overall, and it's like, yeah, this is weird. It's like we're the layman. The legal side's going to be very interesting, and I look forward to that case moving forward.
Yeah, it should be interesting to see where that all goes.
All right. Let's see. I know nobody wants to hear about the legal talk no more. So let's talk about DC fandom. Let's talk about Patterson. Let's talk about sparkling Twilight Batman. Did y'all see that Batman trailer? Did you like the Batman trailer?
I did. I enjoyed the Batman trailer. First off, it looked great. I will say, I don't know, something about wet-headed Batman. I don't know, gothy looking Bat. I don't know. I didn't like that. I liked him in the pause. I liked the suit. Suit looked great. The fighting, some of the fighting we've seen looked good. The fact that we're going to get Detective Batman, that looks really cool.
Yeah.
And all that stuff's good. I'm just not sure about I don't know if it's just he looks that way just because he just took off the helmet and he's all sweaty and shit.
I like that though. That's like an honest. Like,
Man,
I'm sorry,
man.
you get hat hair. It's hat hair, man. Batman would definitely have to have hat hair. Like, he should not pull it off and be a male model.
Oh, I'm not saying I want him to be a male model and shit.
No. I'm just saying it's funny. It's hat hair. It's bat hair, if you will. It's cow. I guess people start rocking their hair that way. Call it the cowl. No?
The cowl.
Badunta. He has a hat.
No.
He has hat head, man.
I don't know.
He has the cow.
Just listen real quick. He looks weird.
I agree. When I saw the picture, I was like, that's weird looking. But hey, I mean, like the other thing is it never looks right when Batman takes off his mask and he has raccoon eyes. Yeah, but at the same time, you have to acknowledge that that's what Batman would look like if he took off his helmet, you know? Like, it's not like they're going to have him in blackface. Like, he's not going to do, he's just going to do his eyes.
Like if he had on a long sleeve black sweater and he had like some all black Chuck Taylors on and a skateboard, he'd fucking go to high school when I seen his face.
Yeah.
That's all. That's it.
I mean, I think, what was it, College Humor, like, Batman right, the comedy one? Because those jokes are all valid from College Humor.
Any of them, what'd they say?
No, it's just anytime he takes off his helmet, he has raccoon eyes, and, like, it's a weird position to be in as a superhero.
Yeah,
like, you can't...
I forgot about the face paint. Yeah, he did.
Yeah, you'll always have raccoon eyes. Like, you just... I just want to know, like, does he keep wet wipes on him? Like, he, like, takes the mask off, and then he's, like, just cleaning his face, and then turns around. Like a Bruce Wayne.
Well, is it paint, or is it dirt?
I mean, I imagine it's paint. No, like, he paints around his eyes. Like I guess it could be mascara?
No, yeah, it has to complete the looks, otherwise it doesn't look right.
It's not like or he'll have, like, white orbs around his eyes.
Smaller eye holes.
Like a 10 or something? Like a 10?
No, but you mess up, like, his vision there at that point. Like,
I don't know, man. Look, I liked it. Overall, I thought it looked great.
Yeah, it looked fun. Suicide Squad didn't show anything except for a ton of fucking names. Like, it's cool. Like, they're gonna have King Shark. Like, I'm stoked to see the next Suicide Squad movie.
Yeah, it was
I imagine like half those people are gonna die in 5 minutes. Will, how many heads do you think we see explode in the first 5 minutes of that movie?
Oh yeah,
and like big famous heads, not like just like anybody.
Yeah, I mean, like most of them are cannon fodder. They're just gonna keep a select few. Like, King Shark is probably gonna survive because, like,
he's cool enough of a character, and like you wouldn't want to have to blow up a shark's head.
Yeah, and he has he's in a lot of media, so he's getting, like, he's making the rounds.
Yeah, I can see John Cena lasting for a while.
I don't know. They're probably gonna play it like.
Oh no, I think we should like have a list, like a guess, like guessing how long characters last.
Yeah.
Like Idris Elba, he lives through the entire movie. He's not dying.
Yeah. I don't see him dying.
But like Margot Robbie, we know she's not going to die. Like she'll live through the entire thing. But it'd be funny to watch, just like write a list, because there's so I'm not even going to pull it up. There are fucking so many names.
Although I think the odds are on Polka Dot Man. I think he's a little bit of a wild card, like, because they might just keep around because he's kind of like a fun.
He's weird. Yeah, people don't know who Polka Dot Man is. It's different. And if he's comedic, I mean,
Yeah.
Why not?
Yeah, so he might be a bit of a dark horse there. But yeah. Besides that, I think what else is there? Well, Michael Rooker's character, he's probably gonna survive, I guess. Maybe. I mean, I don't know. He's a bit different too, so you never know.
Trying to look. I said I wouldn't, but I'm looking. Was it 2021 or 2022? I can't remember.
I don't remember, to be honest with you.
Really?
So many characters, but I mean, we'll see where it goes. I mean, we'll it's gotta be better than his what does it call it?
But like
Guardians 2.
Sean Gunn is the Weasel, I think he dies. There it goes.
I don't know. He'd probably be comic relief, so I think he has
Yeah.
a better chance than most.
Captain Boomerang survives. I can't. Well, he might actually. Captain Boomerang might die.
Could be.
Just because that would be
also-
the shocking part. Like, that would be the one that you would think might live but dies.
Yeah, that's true, but I feel like they have kind of a core Suicide Squad. Like they have King Shark, at least from the games, I guess. You know?
I'm just going down. I'm looking at it right now. So, John Cena is Peacemaker.
Mhm.
Pete Davidson is Blackguard. I think Pete Davidson dies early.
Oh yeah, he's definitely dying. Yeah. Nobody wants him around.
Daniela Melchior. I don't know how to pronounce her name. Nathan Fillion. I think Nathan Fillion dies pretty quickly as TDK. King Shark
I would
lives.
say he probably dies too. Yeah.
Mei Ling NG as Mongol. Probably dies.
Is she the Superman villain, that Mongol's sister, or is this a different character?
I have no idea. Actually,
like-
you know what? I'm going to put her as living. I think she lives.
Yeah, I could see that. I just don't know, like I'm not sure if they're going with that that look for her, like if she's actually going to be that Mongol sister, because she does get killed in the comics, but she was always like kind of a, I guess, second stringer or whatever. But
Yeah, Peter Cribaldi is the Thinker.
Yeah.
Or is it- yeah.
So
I don't know. Like, I think he might end up being like just the villain.
Yeah, they're gonna have to. I mean, because who are they facing? Because like,
They haven't said. There's just so many fucking names.
yeah,
Michael Rooker as Savant. You have Javelin. But yeah, it's gonna be like the first movie where one of them's the bad guy. Like, there's just so
Question.
many people.
This is a direct sequel to the other movie, or what is
Yep.
this?
It is a sequel.
Okay.
I mean, there's why not? Like, at this point, you just go with it.
Will Smith in this one?
Huh?
Will Smith's in this one too?
No, he is not.
No.
Well, he was never announced, but it would not shock me if he shows up for like 30 seconds. Or if he gets killed at the very beginning of the movie.
yeah. I mean, he's kind of basically taking Idris Elba. I mean, Will Smith's movie. I mean, Idris Elba's kind of taking his role in a way, I guess.
Yeah, like his
Oh.
character is going to serve the same purpose, but they're different characters.
Yeah.
What's the character?
Bloodsport, I think his name is.
Yeah, I think
But,
that's what it was.
So I don't know. Like, kind of curious to see where they go with him, because I don't recall him from the comics. So I guess, I mean, he probably is, but I was never.
I can't imagine. He's just too big of star power to kill him off.
Yeah, it would be weird.
Sometimes they do that so they pay him less though.
Yeah, but they're paying him a shitload just to have his name attached.
Yeah. I mean, who knows if he's going to stay? Because he's never had like a solid, I guess, like set of movies, I guess, for like superhero books.
Superheroes, yeah.
I mean,
Honestly, I
superheroes,
thought he would have been a cool Deathstroke.
I mean, yeah, maybe. That would have been interesting.
You got that one show that's pretty big though. I mean, it's not superhero shit, but it's actiony. Luther.
Yeah, that's true.
We also got to get off of Suicide Squad. We have got confirmation that Ben Affleck will be returning his role as Batman in the Flash movie.
Yeah,
So
that's a very interesting one.
I know we discussed it before. I think it's going to go down like I said. I think they're doing Flashpoint, and I think you start with Ben Affleck. You switch over to Michael Keaton or a previous Batman as Thomas Wayne, and then you come back with Patterson as the new Batman at the end of the movie. Just because Barry should not fuck with the timeline. He's been told a million fucking times and he still keeps doing it. But That's what I see them
If it
doing.
doesn't work with the timeline, then it'll end up with Batfleck, right?
Well, I mean, I don't know. I don't know.
Well, they haven't said if this guy's coming back. Jeffrey Dean Morgan as Bruce Wayne's dad, because that would be pretty dope. Because that'll have some continuity with like the Snyder stuff, and
Yeah.
he's actually a pretty good. He would be a really good like Bruce, like what do you call it?
Thomas Wayne.
Thomas Wayne,
Yeah.
because he has to build for it. I mean, he'd have to bulk up again to like the way he was in Watchmen, but I mean, I guess they go give him padded muscles so Ben never looks right.
Yeah.
But yeah. So I mean, I didn't. That's the big question. So they might just swap in Keaton's character for the Thomas Wayne thing if they don't get Dean Morgan back, and then. But we don't know what they're doing with Pattinson because they said that's like a self-contained thing. But I don't know. I can see them changing that because they have a hole. They're gonna have a hole in who's gonna be Batman. In the DCU,
Except
right?
if Ben Affleck just continues to be Batman.
Yeah,
like
that's
that is a
Yeah.
possibility. Like Ben could just be Batman.
I don't know, and I don't mind him. I think that he could make the role better. I mean, it wasn't terrible.
Well,
though.
it was
I
the
still like-
script. It wasn't him.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah, I
I
just
think
didn't like
anybody, if you
his,
look at his performance as both Bruce and Batman, loved it. Like there was no issue with the
I didn't
performance.
really like Bruce so much. Batman was awesome though.
No, I think he pulled off Bruce Wayne. Like he's the like, oh, I got to go do shit. Like, but yeah, I'm Bruce Wayne. Da da da. He has the look of which white brunette dude.
Golden Girls
Yeah.
when I seen that. I don't know, man. I just wasn't feeling Bruce Wayne. I don't know. My opinion.
No, I get it. Yeah, I feel you. But yeah, Batman, without a doubt, I think he knocked out of the park. Like that,
Yeah, definitely.
Like, just that's the Batman I picture in my head when I think of Batman in live action.
I love seeing Batman get stabbed with a knife and pull that knife out and stab somebody else with it. That was awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see. I mean, I liked his. I like.
They might
he
not do
does-
Flashpoint at all.
I mean, I don't know what they're gonna do with it. To be honest with you, it might be just like a multiverse romp, and they won't. Nothing comes of it. But I mean, I don't know. I mean, I'll be happy if Ben Affleck comes back and he keeps doing movies, but I just don't know where they're gonna go with his character. Like, if he's like not gonna do any more Batman movies, if that's just like his one return, and then I mean,
I think either they're gonna do Flashpoint and then they swap him out for another Batman and have it be like, hey, like you mess with the timeline and that has altered everything and it shakes everything up, or like you still have Ben, but you just you have him, I guess, fight the Riddler or whoever next. Like, I mean, it's just weird to have Metropolis right next to fucking Gotham, and then Superman's not going to help in Gotham. Like, how do you do a Batman movie when Superman's literally like 5 blocks away? Like, I don't. That's why I never liked that they were so close, because it. I get that Superman could have just floated into Gotham no matter what anyway, but it just. They're literally across the fucking river. Like, why isn't Superman helping Gotham?
Oh, you mean the way they set up in the movies?
Yeah, like Gotham is literally across the river from Metropolis. They're sister cities. Why is Superman like, oh, I don't like water. I'm just not feeling it. It's Aquaman's territory. So I'm not going to go across the river to help Gotham and all the people screaming in pain. I'm just going to let the Batman do his thing.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, they'd have to figure that out, but I don't know. I mean, I'm kind of just curious to see where
it's like the Riddler has a bomb and he's running with it over his head down the street, and Batman's like, I got this. Superman's just like, yeah, I'm going to go take a 15. You take a break.
Well, the other rumor I heard was that the Pattinson Batman might be the actual reboot, and that while the rest of the universe kind of peters out. But that doesn't sound right. That doesn't.
No, not for Flash, Black Adam, and all this. Because here's the thing: the other news we got is The Rock, Dwayne The Rock Johnson, tweeted out that like he's made there's going to be a Henry Cavill, Dwayne The Rock Johnson fight in Black Adam. So Superman and Black Adam are fighting, which is awesome, and I love it. And that's how you bring Shazam into the whole thing as well. But Which I actually prefer that they do that in Black Adam versus doing it in the next Shazam movie. Because Shazam, you don't have to have Black Adam versus Shazam in the Shazam movie.
No, not necessarily. You don't have to do that. I wonder if they. I know I'm going to keep going with Batman again. I wonder if they just retire Batman and then just put a new Justice League member, like a Green Lantern, instead of Batman. But I don't know. I feel like you can't just leave him out. He's like so vital to like the Justice League.
Yeah, I mean it's like not having Superman in the Justice League. It just doesn't make sense. Like you just.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, they haven't really even pointed towards another Batman movie or another Superman movie. It's more just like them being put into other people's movies.
Yeah.
Oh, and they didn't announce the Cavill thing either, right? Like they didn't really, because he was kind of rumored to be part of that whole show. But
or we know he's Henry Cavill. Like we know he is going to be part of the Flash movie. We know he's going to be part of Shazam. We know he's being part of Black Adam. So like he is like totally Superman still, which is great.
Sounds like it.
Like he's a great Superman.
yeah,
Hopefully that
definitely.
means we get Man of Steel 2 or Superman whatever.
I mean, hopefully. I mean, they got to do something with this character. They can't just leave it like that.
But I think if they do, to me, if they do Flashpoint, and then you do a Superman movie after that, like that way you can do like anorexic Henry Cavill Superman. I think that'd be funny.
Yeah, you got like to do a fresh start that way too.
Yeah, but I don't know. I like older, but I don't want to like. I'm sorry, I'm gonna be that guy. I don't want to have to see the origin story to Batman again. I'm still not ready to watch that again. Like that was the great thing about Batfleck is it was just like, nope, this is old Batman. He is fucking rough and tired and fucking he's been doing this forever. Like Superman's the younger kid, not Batman. Batman is Batman, and it's just a nice package. Versus like, oh, let's talk about how, oh man, my parents died. And then, you know, look, we made fun of Superman because they fucking said Martha in fucking Batman v Superman.
Yeah, right.
It's just dumb. We don't need to see Martha die again. We don't need to see her die again. All right, moving on from those, let's get to the video game part of it. Gotham Knights was announced. It's a 2-player co-op game. You can play as either Batwoman, the Red Hood, Nighthawk, or Robin are the 4 playable characters. You pick 2, and you go on a mission in a city where the Court of Owls apparently is a big part of it, but not the only part of it.
Yeah, I think you mean Nightwing, sir.
Huh? Nightwing?
Nightwing.
What did I say?
Nighthawk.
Nighthawk. Oh, Nightwing. Yeah, Nightwing. Nightwing Duck. But yeah, like I thought the trailer looked cool. I know people were comparing it to the look of The Division.
Really? That's weird.
Yeah, I saw a few people compare it to that.
I wouldn't go that far. I think it just looked. I mean, it's its own thing. It's just not gritty dark like the Rocksteady games are. Like it's more brighter, you know. The style is like more comic booky. But yeah, I thought it looked cool. I'm down with it.
Yeah, I'm excited to play it. It looks cool to me. I kind of wish it was 3 to 4 player though versus 2. Yeah. Just because my groups I play in are usually 3 to 4 people, so it would have been nice. But
I mean, since it's gonna have an actual story and it's gonna, you know what I mean? I feel like,
oh yeah, I get it.
So it's okay to be 2-player, but you know I was hyped when I seen Jason Todd. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, it's cool that they're pulling the Batman back.
Where does it sit in the universe? Did they say?
It's its own thing, I think.
Yeah, I think it's its own thing. I don't think they're.
So it's not.
I know they said it was in the universe with the other games, but I wonder if it's after Arkham Knight.
Oh, it's going to be after all that, I would imagine. So okay. It's yeah. So Batman's dead. Batcave blew up. He sends out a message, and you go, huh?
What was the message?
It was just like, hey, there's a cave with a bunch of old shit in it that is not like my cave that was awesome that I blew up. But go forth and keep Gotham safe. That was essentially the trailer.
Yeah.
Sounds like what's it called? Batman Company or whatever it was called.
I thought it was cool to see Freeze like fucking freezing up that whole tower and stuff. I was pumped. I was like, man, this actually looks like a lot of fun and cool. Like because if it was just pure Court of Owls stuff and me holding the fucking Y button so that I'm visually seeing everything slowly and just slowly walking through paths, I kind of wouldn't, I'm not into that. I won't lie, the Batman games I've never been like, except for the Telltale one, I've never been a huge fucking fan of them.
Oh man, stop it! Are you serious?
I'm not a huge fan of them. I won't lie. Can't lie to you, Steph. Can't.
Those games are awesome. You crazy?
But this game looks fucking amazing to me. Like, it's faster paced. Like, there's like, I'm still getting the, it reminds me of, Saturday morning cartoons. Like, I'm going to go on adventures. It's fucking, Daffling Duck, and it's going to be fucking great. Did I get it right that time? Well,
Darkwing Duck.
Darkwing. Oh, fuck, Daffy. Damn it. Okay, but yeah, and then we got a trailer for Suicide Squad, the game, which I don't consider to be a trailer. Like, I don't know about y'all, but it was this big CGI thing with people running. Like, okay. Like, I don't know what to make of it, other than, like, there's going to be some good voice acting and explosions.
Yeah, that was... Go ahead.
Yeah. No, go ahead, Steph.
I was gonna say it was the Sunset Overdrive trailer.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I mean, the good thing is at least we saw like at least the style of that they're gonna look like kind of a style sheet almost. So you see how what's his name? Deadshot. See Deadshot.
Yeah, we got characters out of it. Yeah.
But was Deadshot black in the other Arkham games, or was he white? Oh, they didn't ever reveal his face.
It was white.
It was white.
Pretty sure.
So they just, they probably have to explain that then, unless like he passed it on to some other character.
It was white in Origins, I think.
Oh, so they might. I don't know. Hopefully they explain that because that'll be kind.
It was either Origins or Arkham City. I know he wasn't in Arkham Knight. It was one of those two games. He had like a He had like an accent, like a Russian accent or some shit.
You think maybe nothing of a KG Beast or maybe?
No, Deadshot. He had the.
Well, yeah, I think he was in Origins though. Yeah, I think, but yeah, I don't know how they're gonna explain that. I mean, it's not a huge deal or anything, but I mean, I would hope they just kind of explain that. Maybe pass it on to another character, and another character is Deadshot, or he took his gear after he died, and he's passing the mantle. I don't know, but
I'll look it up real quick.
Yeah, but
essentially,
cool. I mean,
yeah, we found out it's Evil Justice League, apparently, and like they end the trailer with Superman literally like vaporizing somebody with his eyes, and then the Suicide Squad's just looking up like kind of fucked. Like this is fucked up.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of wish they wouldn't keep going that way with Superman, like his character, but I guess that's the premise of the game. So
yeah,
so they're probably gonna have him like as boss fights, all the Justice League characters.
Yeah,
and yeah, and you're probably gonna have to have a mission where you obtain like kryptonite to beat Batman, and you gotta go through thugs. I think it's probably like Gears of War or something because it's 4-player, right? 4-player co-op or something.
I think so.
Yeah, so I could see it being like a Gears of War kind of third-person shooter. I think that's what it is with mixed like abilities, I guess. Probably opt-in co-op. Yeah, so yeah, I could definitely see how they're gonna try to. I mean, how they're gonna beat the Flash, man? If the Flash is in there. So.
Well, I mean, you can beat the Flash. You can beat Superman.
Experience with them, right? So
maybe the Flash is actually not bad, and what they do is they explain it away by like Superman like super breaking the Flash's legs, where even he can't heal through it, and he just isn't the Flash like really anymore, and he's the one that conducts. I don't know, like
Yeah, a lot of
The
places
comics are dumb anyway. Like in some fights, Superman can't compete with the Flash, and other Superman like absolutely destroys the Flash, and then it's whatever. Like I'm with you. Like you can always go down. Well, let's look at his feats. The Flash could just take away the speed of the Suicide Squad. And they couldn't even move. They would just be stuck in a permanent position because they lost all their speed.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, that's true.
Yeah.
But at the same time, the Flash couldn't beat fucking, Doomsday. Doomsday literally just beats the shit out of the Flash, no matter how fast he was, and he couldn't take his speed. He just fucking destroyed the Flash. Then Superman died, killing him. Like, I don't like the comics. Fuck the comics. The comics are terrible. They always write themselves in corners.
Yeah, it's whatever suits the story, really. And then, it's pretty.
But yeah, like I guess you get like I don't know, like fucking a freeze gun, and he slips. Because the Flash has never seen that one before. So he slips on the ground and breaks his knee, and then they stop the Flash.
Yeah, I'm sure they'll find creative ways around it,
But there's not really a speedster on the Suicide Squad I've ever thought.
Well, Boomerang got like a bit of a speed boost. I know in the comics he got something similar as well, but I don't know how fast he is in this game. Maybe they made him like just enough to be able to like see the Flash or something. I don't know.
Yeah. Trying to think of anybody in the Suicide Squad that could because the whole thing is like, I'm sorry, there's nobody in the Suicide Squad that can really beat Superman, like unless they have a fucking kryptonite ring. Like,
yeah, that's what I'm saying. They're probably gonna go through missions that have them get these weapons that can take them down.
But also that's why Injustice is so good, because they were like, yeah, like you could beat Superman because he's nice, but when he's being evil, like he's not going to let you walk up with a kryptonite ring. He's just going to fucking vaporize you, and that's it. But I don't know. I'm down to play the game.
Yeah, I mean, the only thing I think of is like if they get more members, most likely they're gonna have more members to add to the game, and you're gonna have like a very powerful one that can keep them at bay while your like other squad is doing other stuff, and then.
But like King Shark versus Aquaman, because that'll have to be a thing.
That sounds pretty cool.
Yeah, that'll be pretty dope.
Yeah,
that'll be Aquaman's a pretty interesting match actually, because he's kind of like he's not super powerful, but he's like he still could give him a challenge.
Yeah. As far as the Deadshot stuff goes, he's definitely a white guy in the other games.
Yeah, so that's weird, man. I hope they. I mean, I don't know.
It could be its own thing. Who cares?
I'm not gonna explain or anything, but I don't know. We'll see. He did look cool though. I liked his costume and
yeah.
It looked like kind of more heavy duty, I guess. And he had like those tech gun gauntlets.
You think maybe the movie influenced it, the change?
Absolutely, I think they definitely want to keep that. Because before the movies, he was always like just a white guy with a mustache and black hair.
Yeah.
His name is Floyd Lawton. Yeah. So I mean, it doesn't really matter either way. It just like it just a weird continuity thing.
I agree.
All right. Next bit of news: Crysis, the long-awaited remaster. It's gonna get ray tracing on PS4 Pro and Xbox One X.
What?
Yeah, it will have ray tracing.
Okay.
On both those consoles. It's their own version of ray tracing, but it looks really fucking cool. I just thought it was interesting. Texture's gonna be all bumped up. And of course, we'll get some better stuff with Series X and PS5, but hey, I'm down to see what, like, people still pushing these mid-gen consoles. Like, it's awesome.
Yeah, I heard it's like some like small scale kind of baked in ray tracing. I don't know, it's whatever you call it. But that'll be interesting. I'm curious to see how that looks on the X, because that's like the top end console right now. But yeah, when is this coming out? This September?
September 18th.
Or how much did you say a price on it?
I think it's $60.
Really?
I get that. Wait for a second.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see. Ubisoft. Man, there's so much to talk about Ubisoft today. Where to get started? Ubisoft is only going to have digital codes in their collector's editions for Xbox games going forward. Well, for Assassin's Creed Valhalla, Far Cry 6, Watch Dogs Legion will be digital, while on PlayStation it'll still be a physical copy of the disc. Honestly, for me, I like it just because I buy everything digital anyway, and I would prefer to have a digital license. But that for people that are, want the collector's edition and a disc, that kind of, that sucks. Because, I get it. I definitely get it. And then we found out today that Warzone, or Call of Duty, this is another big one. There'll be no upgrade path from Xbox One X to Xbox Series X on the new Call of Duty Cold War, because Microsoft does not allow you to charge for upgrades. Like, you cannot pay, hey, you want to upgrade to the Series X version, it's $5. Like, they don't allow it.
They have like a version that's like a special edition. It's like you get both versions of the game. It's like $69.
No, that's just buying the next gen version and not buying the current gen. Because what they're doing with PlayStation is you can buy the current one, and then they're going to charge you $10 to upgrade you to the next one.
Oh, okay. Well, it's the same thing basically.
Yeah.
So what I'm saying is that you're saying that you can buy it for $59, then pay $10 and get an upgrade. This one is charging you the $10 when you buy the game. Like when you buy the game originally, you can pay $69.
They said there would be no path on for disc versions, and they're still looking in at the digital version. And how I saw people figure a workaround would be that if you bought the Xbox One X or Xbox One version, then they could do a discounted version of the Series X version for $10. Theoretically, that doesn't violate Microsoft's terms because you're buying two versions. They're just discounting the game because you bought the previous one.
Yeah.
But they're not allowing people to charge people $10 for a Series X patch. Because they consider how Microsoft sees it, it's the same game, and they won't let you charge for
it. They're bundling the next gen and the current gen together and adding it and selling for like $90 or something like that. Or
no, like you pay $60 for the Xbox One X version or the Xbox One version, and then next, when the Series X comes out, you can pay $70 for that version. That is how it currently stands.
$70. So you gotta pay like 100 something altogether.
Or no, like it'd be a $69.99 game because they're upping the prices, so it would be more like $130.
I'm confused. So you'd have to get the. So
you would have to buy both games independently at no discount to get both versions.
Okay, so that's
on Xbox.
But weren't they also bundling it together? Oh, sorry, they're bundling it together as a 2-pack, I guess. If you buy them, if you want to get that current and next gen upgrade.
I haven't seen anything about a 2-pack. All I've seen is people going apeshit because there is no upgrade path from one game to the other.
Well, if you look at the box for the Xbox version, it says Xbox One and Xbox Series X versions. Like it has both of them on it, and then there's a finer print that says something else. I think it says, let's find the box real quick. Let's be correct on this. Keep talking.
No,
from the Ubisoft thing is, I guess it could have to do with their print runs, the physical print runs. Maybe it's not as good for them overseas because they're not making as much money or they don't have enough people buying them. But even then, I think they should still do it for people because not everybody's digital everywhere, so it's kind of weird to exclude Xbox like that.
Their argument is that it's Microsoft's fault because Microsoft won't let you have an upgrade path.
Oh, no, I mean the Ubisoft.
Oh, no, yeah.
Yeah, my bad.
But yeah, like, I don't know.
I don't know what Ubisoft. I mean, I don't know. Looks like they're really phasing out discs at some point. The way that it's going right now. especially with Disney not doing the physical discs, right? So not the Disney is not gonna do 4K Blu-rays, right? They're not doing that anymore for their Disney, I think animated movies or something.
That's weird. I mean, I guess you could always get the 4K version online, but it's...
Yeah, it's not the same though, man. You got, I mean, unless they give you like a 4K download, that's the only other. But that thing is like a huge size.
50 gigs, yay!
Yeah, nobody wants to deal with like fill up your hard drive full of movies. I mean, you can always delete them, but like it's like disc is just way more convenient for like films lately. It's just not gonna be like games. But yeah, Call of Duty stuff is. So doesn't PlayStation have like its own like perk though? Like I forget. Like I know they got the map packs again or whatever. I don't know, whatever they had some exclusives on there, but I don't know if they have the same.
They have early access to the beta and like a map pack. I think that's what it is. But yeah, we're getting the multiplayer trailer. I think they said in September.
Yeah. Yeah. So today's was just the like a cinematic reveal, right?
But they said all gameplay was captured on the PlayStation 5. I know that said that. Take that as you will. I mean, I didn't think.
I found what I was looking for. It says on the box. It says at the very top. We've all seen the way the box looks. The Xbox boxes look. It says Xbox Series X and Xbox One. This is the disc version. And at the very bottom on the right hand corner, it says Xbox Series X, and there's a plus. And Xbox One, and then it says games included. So I'm assuming you get both of the games when you buy this one version.
Because that's the Ubisoft games, right?
No, I'm talking about Call of Duty. This is where you were saying that there was no upgrade path for Call of Duty. So if you just buy the disc version, you get both games. But if you buy a digital version, there's no way to upgrade them, apparently.
They're probably gonna charge you more because I think.
Well, here's the issue. Like so for Call of Duty, there's a $70 version, which is the standard version for Series X. There is a $60 version that's the standard version for Xbox One. So the reason there's no upgrade path is because if you bought the Xbox One version and were just instantly given this, it's $10 that they'd be taking a hit on just because you'd be buying the Xbox One version.
Gotcha. Yeah. Okay. All right.
Like it's just weird. We'll find out more and talk about it.
True.
But all right. What else do we got in the news? Let's see. I backed out of something, and now I'm just seeing the front page of Twitter. Let's see. That's the Collector's Edition. The new Xbox One and Xbox Series X UX has started releasing for insiders. So that's pretty cool. I haven't even gotten the new fucking store yet, so it's not like
really?
I'm getting any benefits yet.
Yeah, it came up for me. I just checked it out. Like when we were doing the podcast, I haven't just check your store again. So maybe it updated.
Okay,
you should have.
What do you think of it?
It looks nicer. Definitely like more aesthetically pleasing. It's just still it's gonna take used to like the way they set it up though. So I'm so used to the old store now that it's just a whole new like layout. So
yeah,
it's just very similar, but it just looks nicer and has like different.
Does it feel faster?
Yeah, definitely. I assume the UI is gonna get that same type of treatment too, but I don't know when they're gonna roll that one out. Probably soon. I've seen the insider people have it, so.
Oh no, that's what I was talking about, the new UI, like the rounded corners. You don't get the animated backgrounds yet, but that's coming later. But the new UI has started rolling out. I know Vern got it. He's in the alpha ring.
Nice. Yeah, the store has the same animated, it has like a bit of like an animated background to it too, the store. So that's gonna look nice on the actual UI too.
Yeah.
Have you seen this stuff?
I've seen the pictures, but I don't actually have it. So, I mean, until I can get it in my hands, I really can't say. I mean, it looks good, but...
Steph, you're blowing the mic up. Like you're coming like in and out. It's weird.
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, you're good now.
Okay. No, I was saying that I've seen it, but I haven't used it yet. So, I mean, it looks good, but until I get my hands on it. I'm sure it'll work best on the new Xbox. So,
Yeah.
No.
I mean, it's
we'll see.
yeah, it's good on Xbox 360 games actually too, because it's not like its own separate little.
Wait,
site.
what?
Because you can buy 360
The
games.
Oh, it's good on. Okay, I'm thinking that they changed the 360 dashboard.
No,
Oh no, not yet.
Yeah, the 360 games are accessible through there, so you can actually purchase them through there with your credit or your card. It's just not like a separate little subsystem that they have in there.
That's why we had all those like weird like price glitches where people were getting games for free, because they swapped all the original Xbox and Xbox 360 games over to the new store. Because originally they were kind of in two different stores, so they just merged the stores, and that's why you were like, whenever you picked an Xbox 360 game, you couldn't use like your point balance, you couldn't use anything. Like you had to just process it as a separate payment.
Right. Yeah. So that's good. I mean, supposedly they also put some delisted games on there, but I'd have to double check on that. Like some games like are popping up like that were not digital too, so I'd have to see what they updated with those as well. But yeah, it's nice. I mean, I could live with this, you know, with the.
It's next gen, sir. Next gen already.
Film next year.
Yeah, I mean it's good timing because I mean it looks like it's probably gonna launch in like November.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's it for news that I had. But you know, you could always write in. Let us at Xbox Uncut. Tell us what you wanna talk about, what you wanna hear. But I guess we can get into what have you been watching, Steph? Thought you wanted to talk about some anime, maybe. Maybe.
Yeah, a bit. I've been watching One Punch Man over from the beginning because they got the dub version on Netflix or no on Hulu. I think it was Hulu I was watching it on. Also been watching Death Note. Watching that quite a bit more. I like it. Kind of hard to watch it after get a lot of it spoiled through watching Anime House. I don't know if you guys watch Anime House. Fan of Anime House. It's a really good show on YouTube. You should check it out if you like anime. It's great. But yeah, I'm watching also Umbrella Corporation. Really good. Really good. I haven't finished it yet, but I really like it. And I feel like there's something else I watched that I completely forgot about, but I don't know what it is. So what about you guys? See anything good? Any movies? TV?
Man, what have I been watching? I'm blanking. Started watching some Wynonna Earp. It's like modern day Wyatt Earp tale on the Sci-Fi Channel.
Yeah, I heard about that. That's a sci-fi western or something?
Yes.
Oh.
I like it. It's all right. Like, I think it starts off a little slow in the first season, got really good by the end of it, and then season 2's been, I don't know. It feels like they were shocked that they got renewed, and then they didn't know what the fuck to do with it, and like that's where I'm kind of at with the show. But
did you see they came out with another animated film? Was the Superman Man of Tomorrow or something like that?
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, I watched it. I really liked it because I didn't know Lobo was going to be in it, and it's a fucking Lobo movie. Yeah, it's fucking awesome.
Is this based off the Grant Morrison New 52 Superman?
Like, I honestly don't know. I don't know if it's based off that. I just always consider the animated movies, because this is the start of their new universe. Like, you watched the movie, right, Will? Or no?
Which one?
The new one.
Man of Tomorrow?
Man of Tomorrow.
No, I want to see it. I want to see it. Animation looks nice, though.
Yeah. But this is the start of because what was it? The one we have argued about on the show is that was the end of that whole universe, and they're restarting all the animated movies. So this is the beginning of their new show.
So the previous animated movies weren't they all just like separate little?
No, they connected.
So are they extension of like the Titans cartoon that they were?
I don't know. I think the movie universe was its own thing, but they all connected. But they were like, yeah, they were their own little pocket universe.
Yeah, because I know they did Death of Superman, and then 'cause I thought they were just separate little adaptations of like comic stories. I didn't think they were like all connected somehow. Like,
No, the
yeah,
characters knew of the actions of previous movies and stuff like that. Yeah, they were connected.
yeah, that's weird. I'd have to see though. So that's including Flashpoint as well, like that adaptation of Flashpoint.
Mhm. Yeah, that ending ended that universe. That was the end of their run, and then now they're starting over again.
Oh, so it sounds like
That's why in this
yeah.
one, like this is like Superman isn't Superman yet. Like he is just Clark Kent, and he gets his suit, and like he's fighting in an aviator's like get up, and ends up not trying to spoil too much. Like Lobo comes to Earth to hunt the last Kryptonian because he just hunts the last of any kind. And he fucking I'm a huge Lobo fan. I love Lobo. And this Lobo is the Lobo that killed New 52 Lobo. It is not the New 52 Lobo,
That's
which
weird.
people hate.
I didn't know they even did that. That was just stupid.
No, but if you were gonna do it anyway, where you have a fucked up Lobo, you just get Lobo to come and kill Lobo because he's Lobo. But yeah, like he explode like Lobo does Lobo, and it's fucking awesome. And I'm glad that he was right at the beginning because Superman. I mean, Lobo without a doubt is on par with Superman when it comes to ability, at the very least. Like he is insanely powerful.
Yeah. So this sounds like they adapted Morrison's like early New 52 run and then just add Lobo to it.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'll check it out though. I'm curious to see.
I really liked it. I enjoyed it a lot. And like I said, having Lobo right off the bat, and Lobo's not even the primary enemy. Parasite is in the movie.
Nice. Does he look cool?
Kind of like Lobo threw a grenade and altered a guard, and that guard became Parasite. Yeah, and
That's
he
weird.
became a giant parasite, and he's absorbing all the energy, and it's absorbed Superman's energy and everybody's energy, and yeah. But yeah, I mean it's an interesting run. I wasn't sure about it because I wasn't feeling DC movies like for the animated movies the last couple. I was just like, it's whatever, it's okay. It's still better than the Marvel ones, but it's whatever. And then like this one kind of like pulled me back in. Like I'm stoked to see what they do next, who they do next.
Yeah, they're probably gonna do Batman next.
But probably because like somebody was flipping, like Clark was flipping through papers, and they showed, I believe it was. I know they showed Batman because it was like, is he real? Like in the paper, and it showed a picture of Batman, and then I think the Flash, maybe, I don't know. But they'll reset up the entire Justice League and redo the entire thing, and
yeah.
But yeah, I'm excited to see where the movies go.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, because I think they only standalone, like big standalone, like the Killing Joke was standalone, of course. Like there have been a few like that don't connect to the other DC movies, but for the arc, they keep those movies connected.
Nice.
Let's see, what else did I watch? I don't know. Like I said, I started watching Talladega Nights because I haven't seen that shit in forever, and that shit's fucking hilarious. Shake and bake. Shake and bake. I don't know. I went on it was more movies for me. Like I didn't watch too much TV, to be honest. It was more. I saw Upgrade. I thought that movie was awesome. I don't know if y'all have ever seen it. It's really cool.
I've seen the trailer. That looked pretty good.
Yeah, I like the ending. I thought it was a good twist. But yeah, it's a fun movie. It's about a guy that gets paralyzed, and he gets a computer chip in his head, and the computer chip starts helping him fight and trying to get back at the people that killed his wife. But that's the basic premise of it. I saw Predestination too. Like I said, back it was all time-based movies. Predestination. It's a very interesting movie with some like weird shit that goes on. Like it's, I would definitely recommend it. A lot of good actors in it, but yeah, like a weird plot, really weird. I can't really say more without spoiling it because of how the whole thing works. Like it's an experience for sure. Timeline, watch that, and then The Time Machine. That's what started it off. I went back and watched the 2002 the movie The Time Machine. I know it's not the most critically acclaimed movie, but I still like it. I enjoy it. It's a fun movie. But then I was like, okay, now I got to watch every time-based movie that I can get my hands on because I don't know. I'm just in the kick for. I should watch all the Back to the Futures. That's what I'm gonna do next, and then Bill and Ted.
Yeah. All
right. I know I'm boring. I will switch over to you, Will. What have you been watching, sir? Anything good?
What have I been watching? Nothing really much, really. I haven't seen anything but I finished End with an E, which was pretty good. Too bad it got canceled after that season, second season. What else? Yeah, I don't really see much really. Trying to think if I've seen a movie either.
Are you gonna go see the New Mutants? Are you interested?
I do want to see it, yeah, because like I want to see that adaptation of it. But is it just gonna be in theaters or is it just?
I don't know. Is it still coming to Amazon Prime? Because I'm debating on going to see it tomorrow. Like it's like if it comes to Amazon Prime, I'll wait.
Yeah.
But like if I have to go to a theater and there's social distancing, but I still don't want to go to a theater.
Yeah.
It's so weird. Like I don't like I want to see it, but I don't trust AMC.
Yeah, maybe not for that movie at least. And plus, yeah, AMC. Who knows if their guidelines are that good? I mean,
yeah, I mean they're like restricting seating like drastically, so I don't have an issue with that. But I don't know, like it's just so weird. Like I I got the you get that COVID like feels of just like don't trust that. Don't no, that's not smart.
Yeah, anxiety.
But I want to see the New Mutants. I'm interested.
Yeah, I want to see a bunch of movies like Tenet, New Mutants. What's the other movie coming out too? Maybe those are two of the big ones. But yeah, I think there's only two that are kind of like the big ones right now.
Yeah.
People look forward to.
All right. Well, that was that's all I kind of wanted to see in hand. Steph, y'all want to cover anything else before we move on to what we've been playing?
There's not really anything that I've seen too crazy that I can think of, man. I've been so consumed with moving these last month that I'm still unpacking and shit. So just got a new couch today, so I mean it's still ongoing.
Nice.
But
did you move yourself or did you use movers? Because Kid's used movers and his thing got wrecked. That was
I've never used movers a day in my life.
Yeah, me either. It's
I couldn't imagine paying someone to move my shit and then it breaking and
oh my god,
be so pissed.
Not being responsible for it. Do they pay for it when they break your shit?
Yeah, they're supposed to have insurance.
Okay, I'm about to say.
Unless you signed some contract and you don't know what you just did. But
I always move my own shit. I don't trust nobody moving none of my shit.
Yeah, just rent a U-Haul, drive, get a friend to drive you, and then you're good.
I mean, I get it if you're moving like 2,000 miles. Like, I get it. Yeah. But other than that, like, if you're going down, like, if you're within 30 minutes, like, even an hour, like, fucking U-hauling that bitch up. Like, I ain't paying thousands of dollars for somebody to move my ass for my shit to break.
Yeah, plus you can carry your own, like, the stuff that's delicate, you always have to take it with you in, like, your car, and, like, wrap it up, and, just don't trust these people. They're fucking, they don't care.
They're hardworking Americans, sir.
Yeah, but
I'm still moving my own shit. Like, I get that there's a need for it, but, like, I don't know. Like, I don't hire mechanics 9 times out of 10. I'm going to work on my own car. I'm like,
But
That's just me
news-wise, I can't
personally,
think
though.
of much. I mean, there's the 343 thing happened again, which is like they're just debunking news again.
Oh yeah, they were
Came
like,
out
yeah,
late.
we're not killing the Halo, oh no, the Xbox One version of Halo
Right.
Infinite. Like,
See the
yeah.
other stuff about Halo though that just came out that they're going to change studio heads.
That was rumored too, but I don't know. Like, why would you-
Yeah, Jess Corden just tweeted about it like in the last, like right before the show, said that there's going to be announced soon. Someone came back to the studio, like that used to be there before.
that could be good.
Yeah, I'm assuming somebody from Bungie left and they come back. They're going to be heading the game.
But I'm curious who's being changed out, like Bonnie Ross, or is it like
It probably
Creative
wouldn't
director.
be Bonnie. Yeah.
or Frank O'Connor?
Frank's gone, ain't he?
No, he's still there.
Yeah, okay, he's still there. Okay.
I just there's different people. Like I think Kiki Wolfkill, she does the transmedia stuff.
Yeah.
Bonnie Ross is like overall. Yeah, I think she needs to go.
Bonnie?
Yeah, she's been. I mean, I don't know. We'll see how. Well, I'll say how we'll see how this one turns out.
I like the overall vision of the game, and I think that's where she is. But the stuff in between is where she doesn't do that part. Like she sits down and says, "This is what I want to do," and then you have the people, the creative director who creates these things, which is who's fucking up the game.
Well,
my opinion. But also, I don't like the. Sorry to cut you off.
No,
I don't like the idea of seeing what your flaws are and not acknowledging them, saying that you made a mistake and not doing anything about them. Like you want to delay the game for graphics, but you won't say that the 1.3 teraflop machine is not holding back the 12 teraflop device. I mean, that I understand scaling and everything, but at the end of the day, like this game should either only be on the Xbox One X and the Xbox Series X or just a Series X. I mean, I get it. And really, I mean, if you want a 60 frames open world game, there's no way they're doing that shit on the Xbox
Oh
One.
no, that's gonna be like
There's
30.
no way.
That's gonna be like 30 because remember Gears 5 had a huge difference between the one and the X.
I didn't even play it. I had
'Cause,
no idea.
Yeah, because on the Xbox One base, it's 30 frames and like and it varies very variable. I think it's like up to 720p down and then 1080 up or whatever. So
That's a what do you call it? A dynamic resolution.
Yeah, so it's gonna look like the Xbox One version. No doubt about it. It's gonna be the junkiest looking version. But
yeah, but why even put out a product like that? I mean, they might as well just scrap the single player on that and just release the multiplayer and pull a fucking Call of Duty Ghost, or not Ghost. Well, what was that Call of Duty before? Yeah, it may have been Ghost.
Yeah, Ghost. Yeah, I think the deal with that is that they don't want to look like they just abandoned the system with like a marquee game. Because it gives them like a bad look, you know, like if you just because they were probably actually just they wanted to finish out the gen with Halo, but then it kind of coincided with the launch, so they probably just
How do you finish out a gen and start a gen at the same time? You can't do both.
Yeah, they had to. It would be better just to,
at least.
Yeah, it would be better just to pick one and then just like stick with it, and then maybe I bet you probably had to upgrade either way. But I would have just made it for X and the Series X, and then whatever else is after, like the Scarlet. It's like whatever. But not Scarlet. The what is it? One before the Series X, the S. What they're calling?
Yeah,
the
S.
Yeah.
Oh, the Lockhart. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good point. Yeah. They can buy in at a cheaper price at the end of the day. So, I mean, fuck it, man. Like sometimes you gotta do that shit.
I know. I mean, they're not. This is the first time I think Halo's been like that many platforms on a launch. So I do think a lot.
And PC.
And PC. And like I talked to this with Dustin last week. I do think Microsoft shares a lot of the fault on this. Because 343, like they're just doing what they gotta do. But
don't you remember Lionhead had the same problem with fucking Fable
Legends?
Yeah, there was a big problem that they had. They never developed for PC like that.
The huge issue for Lionhead is that whole studio was like rehired internally to be a MOBA.
I'm just specifically talking about.
Oh no, but this is what me and Will were talking about. Is like they were redone by Microsoft to be a MOBA studio essentially, and like do this thing, And then it's like, oh, but that's not my Lionhead. It's like, yeah, but Microsoft fucked that shit up. Like, it wasn't really Lionhead going, hey, let's make a MOBA game. Like, let's fucking do.
Yeah.
And don't get me wrong, they were huge at the time, and it made sense to go in that direction. But like that market fell flat, and it was like, yeah, there's no reason to keep the studio around because you're not going to make money off of it. Like, just end it.
That's a sad case. They mismanaged that studio to death, and then they just kind of disappeared, which is really sad because they were a very capable studio. They had like Legends looked amazing, like art wise.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
You just had to build a good game around it. But with Halo, like I think Microsoft because the whole problem with Microsoft, they want to put out the product, right? And because they want because Halo is their big money maker, and they tie a lot of marketing to it, and like we've already seen that stuff. So they want to push the Halo by a certain date. Game development be damned, So I think 5 ran.
I wouldn't say game development. I think that's unfair with Halo. That shit's been will be in development for fucking 6 years. Like, it wasn't a game development to be damned, but it was also like, like COVID hit, they had a timeline. Because if it does launch, let's say in March, then it's not a huge push. I mean, it's 6 months, but it's not huge. But if they wait till next November, like that's a giant push. Like,
the reason I say the be damned part is because like 5, it was not a great, and it's a fun game. It's a solid
5
game.
has I will say a great multiplayer and a great campaign. I just played through it again. It's fucking great.
It's a great all around multiplayer Halo for sure. But the Halo was like, I mean, the story was weakest part. 4 was like,
4 had a great story, and the multiplayer felt like Call of Duty.
Yeah. So, and plus the MCC thing, that was like another Microsoft thing where they're like, all right, just put the stuff out by holiday, and then we'll fix it later. So I think Microsoft's really like not handling the Halo franchise well. So they're kind of pushing 343 to do like stuff beyond their scope at some points, because today it also announced like certain
Okay, real quick, sorry to cut you off. I got breaking news. I figured it out. Joseph Staten is returning to 343.
Oh, that's awesome. He's an awesome dude. Yeah, that's a win right there.
Yeah,
that's awesome. Yeah, he was missing for that because he was doing other stuff, like he was doing Tell Me Why, Crackdown. He had like a little minor, and we did actually a lot of stuff. He was doing the Recore story, he did the Crackdown. He did a lot of creative stuff for them. Like,
he did. I mean, this kind of makes me happy, but at the same time, all the games that you've named are the games that failed this city.
Yeah, but that was not his fault though. That's just
look, Crackdown 3, bro. Come on. It looked fire when he was developing it, but after he left, that shit turned to ashes. Like, you remember when we see the first trailer of the city and it's like falling? It looks so badass. That was him. He did that. Then after he left, it was glass and cardboard. But go on. I'm going to cut you guys off. Sorry about that.
No, it's okay. Well, like Crackdown, I think that Crackdown had like 2 different phases. You had like that online destruction kind of like direction that Microsoft wanted to take it, and then maybe something was working, and then they bought the tech or something, and they just built the full game out of it, like a different like game. So that was like, I don't know. I guess that just didn't like pan out the way they wanted to. So, but yeah, the Halo stuff is I think because like we were talking about, like there's so many platforms that they have to develop for that, and there's no way they'll be able to do all that stuff and for like 5+ platforms for launch. So I think Microsoft kind of like screwed the pooch on this one. They definitely should have like, hey, are you guys definitely sure you're gonna get this done by this date or whatever? And they should have been like, okay, if you're not, then we'll have to delay our marketing. Because they also announced Certain Affinity was helping out today as well for I don't think the multiplayer, or is it
they've helped develop multiplayer since I think Halo 4.
Yeah,
or
they
3.
have for quite a while. Yeah,
It's either Halo 4 or Halo 3.
Yeah, even back to like Halo 2, I think, or I think Max Holberman, the studio head, was working with Halo at the time, or I don't remember when he started the studio after he left Bungie or whatever, but yeah, so yeah, this whole thing is just kind of a mess. So I just hope they have enough time. I mean, they should have enough time to at least by 2021 to get the ports up and running and like, get all the graphics all in nice and neat, and then hopefully begin planning for their next couple chapters of like MCC style content. But they're gonna have to like polish it up from now and until then. And I mean, we'll see, man.
Yeah, we'll see.
What else? I think Wasteland 3 comes out soon, right? And tell me why.
Yeah, I think within the next week.
Yeah, I think this is the 27th or something. Which let me check out the store real quick just to make sure, so I won't be talking out my ass. But yeah, we have a nice little string of like games. We got Battletoads. Well, it was Grounded, Battletoads. I mean, they're not like AAA games or anything, but they're the content is.
I've enjoyed
flowing.
Battletoads. I'm in Act 2. I really like it so far. Myself.
Oh, which game?
Battletoads.
Oh, Battletoads. Yeah. Yeah, it's a fun game.
Yeah. I'm with everybody else. I wish it was online multiplayer, but other than that, yeah, I really enjoy it so far. It's a lot of fun. Like good writing. It's funny.
Yeah, it's an interesting like cartoon.
Honestly, I think they should adapt it to Adult Swim.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's like an Adult Swim.
Yeah, like they could totally adapt that. Keep the same writing staff. It'd be fucking awesome. And then you can bounce off of Adult Swim and the games and just keep bouncing them back and forth. I'd be down. I would never want to see it become a bigger game than it is, though. I think it's perfectly in that kind of scale. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to see a AAA Battletoads game. I'm not interested. But like a $20, $30 game that is Battletoads, yeah. But I think it lives well in that pocket.
Yeah, give it like maybe in the first sequel, give it the multiplayer if they don't patch it in.
Yeah.
Give it more beat 'em up level.
I mean, I'm not saying don't give them a larger budget, but I increase their budget, but it doesn't need to be like doesn't need to be Halo, It needs
Yeah. I wonder how it did, like for them overall. Like, you would think it did well given all the kind of
attention it's gotten.
Yeah. Not acclaim, but yeah, attention it's gotten, like advertising. People were talking about it. So so Tell Me Why is August 27th. Wasteland is also same day, which is interesting. But Tell Me Why comes out in 3 chapters, so different dates on that. I think one this month and then maybe like a couple weeks apart. So it's not gonna be like totally disparate. I think they did an update to Grounded as well, right? Doesn't it was like a
I think they've added stuff to it, like player perks or something like that. I have not gotten into it. I didn't put it in the news because I didn't have a chance to look into it.
Right.
They added stuff to the game. I actually just started downloading the update for it on my Xbox. Nice. But it definitely is going to be something I check out and play. Because I've enjoyed it so far.
I mean, that's the cool thing about it when you're playing those types of games, like in the preview, like you get to see like the changes and what they add, so you kind of get a better, like you kind of
get a better feel for it.
Yeah, you get the the workings of what they changed and how it started out, so you get a little bit of a history of how it came that way. That's and in that way, it's kind of interesting. What other thing? I'm sure there's more than. Trying to look through the releases. I mean, there's Party Hard 2 coming, which I didn't see this in the store before now, so that's interesting. Tony Hawk is coming up. Let me see when that's at.
Yeah, I was trying to look it up for the date because I know it's soon, isn't it? It should be really soon.
Tony Hawk. Yeah, that's this is September 3rd.
Yeah,
3rd. Yes. Also, yeah.
Yeah, looking like it, unless it's like a digital pre-release or something. I don't know.
I don't know. I'm totally like I played the 1 minute demo, of course, like 20 times. So I'm stoked for it to actually release.
Nice.
And actually just be able to play.
Is that still available?
I think you can still pre-order it and get the demo. I don't think there's anything that stops you from having that option.
Nice. Avengers Beta. I don't know if anybody tried it. It's coming out September 1st.
I haven't. I'm waiting for a sale.
Yeah, I'm waiting for a deep discount. Some more content too. Because it's so few heroes. Like I mean, they have revealed a little bit. They had like She-Hulk, War Machine. What else is coming? I think Wasp. It was like a big little list here. It was a decent list, but I kind of want to see different, more like different heroes like Ant-Man. I think that they're kind of
Yeah.
more like adding more movie characters with like a bit of comics characters sprinkled in. But yeah, Wasteland's getting good reviews too. I think it's like
It is.
yeah,
You gonna play it?
yeah. I'm gonna wait for a sale though on this one. I've I don't know. Yeah, it's not like a thing I want to play like right away, but well, actually, if I get Game Pass, I'll have access. So as soon as I get Game Pass, I'm gonna play it because I'm still waiting for that Destiny thing that kick in the DLC for. I don't remember. Do you guys remember when that was supposed to start? Was it like in September? The DLC for Destiny.
Yeah, that's coming up really soon, actually.
Yeah,
No,
I think
actually, that might
no,
be.
I think it is September. I think it's September. You get access to
Beyond
all
Light.
the
Is
stuff
that
that's
not
out
November?
now. No. So you get all. So Game Pass, you'll get access to all of Destiny 2 in September, and then in November when that DLC comes out,
That's
that
what I'm
is
talking about.
included with Game Pass as well. Like it's just part of it.
Oh, you know what they're doing though too? They're vaulting tons of content. Like they're taking out like whole planets and
Yeah.
strikes. It's crazy, man. Like I'm like I can't believe they're like
I've argued with a friend over this about if this is fair, seeing as this is paid DLC.
yeah.
Like
Exactly.
it's, and I personally, I think it's fucked up and it's wrong. And they were arguing the other side, saying, "Well, they just can't manage it." It's like that's not my problem. They sold me DLC. I should be
Yeah.
able to go to every one of those fucking worlds. I should be able to do anything I paid for. Like I physically pay. This is my
Yeah.
labor. And you're going, well, there's even if it's on Game Pass. Now, don't get me wrong. If I'm a Game Pass subscriber and I've never bought any of this shit, and they're just like, hey, here's Destiny 2, and here's all this, like, that's awesome. Like, you're going to be stoked. It's going to be a ton of content, and you're not going to mind, like, when they, like, concentrate on this world or that world. But there's also a rumor going around that, that we're famous for all our rumor discussion. Bungie and Microsoft are in talks of an acquisition. And this
Right
could be
now?
a step. Yeah, this could be the first step of seeing how it plays out, and then Microsoft might buy Bungie back.
That'd be a pretty huge acquisition.
Yeah,
That's
because
cool,
right now
man.
Bungie is having a hard time paying to keep. Like, look at this specifically with Destiny 2. Like they have a hard time like keeping this thing going because they just can't afford it, even though they're selling all these DLC packs and all the stuff. So Game Pass is going to help them out a lot because it's just going to bring in a bunch of users and they get a steady paycheck, so they can keep Destiny 2 up.
Yeah.
So you figure if they have a plan for the next year or two, and then when if Microsoft acquires Bungie again, like you would just have Destiny 3 be exclusive to Xbox and PC.
Oh, that'd be.
And
crazy.
then, yeah, like, because they own the publishing rights, like, they're out of their Activision deal. Like, it's time to, like, kind of push forward.
I mean, all the pieces are in place for it, but I don't know. I mean, if they make the next few acquisitions, that would be a huge one. That'd be on the level. They've had Bungie before, so it's not like new or anything. But getting them like this new version of Bungie would be like on the level of like high above Insomniac at least, or it would be. Like,
no, it's a bigger purchase than Insomniac was.
way bigger. And
like
plus, any other if they get this studio plus like maybe a Sobo and like maybe one other, that'd be pretty good.
They don't need Warner Brothers at that point. Yeah,
no,
they'd be solid.
Would you pick them over Warner Brothers?
I would pick Somo and Bungie over Warner Brothers. Yeah. Because the issue with Warner Brothers is you don't get any of the IPs.
That's
like
true,
now I'm not a huge Destiny fan. I'd rather have if they could get like a 10-year deal with the right to renew. Like, I think that might push me to be like Warner Brothers is the better deal, but I just don't see that ever happening. Like, so it's.
I would pick Warner Brothers.
Yeah.
My opinion.
Yeah.
Come on, man. You seen that Batman? Come on, man.
Yeah, but
that studio.
Bungie's a great. It has they have a lot going. It's a big it's a big studio.
I mean, you could argue their engine is at a better spot than 343's. I guess with not this vaulting stuff notwithstanding, they do have structural issues with it, but I feel like their graphics are pretty on point, and they have good design teams.
But I don't think even if they do acquire, Bungie's not going to be working on Halo.
No,
like it'll still be 343, and then Bungie will do its own thing.
Yeah.
But I mean, even 343 is going to be doing a non-Halo game. Like they have multiple divisions doing different games, or multiple teams. So
imagine Bungie and 343, man. That's insane.
Because they both have a ton. Huh?
What they gonna do? No, Will said imagine Bungie and 343.
I'm saying like having both like studios. You got like the place that made Halo and then the place that's doing Halo. And plus, like, I think Bungie wants to do like a new like.
Hey, can I be honest with you about that? Hey, Bungie may have lost it a little bit. Like they can't even. They can barely keep their own fan base happy now.
Yeah, that's true. But I mean, I think that's an issue of like management and like
resources.
Finances,
honestly, it's just resources.
Do you think Microsoft can fix that part?
But if the thing that Microsoft can do for Bungie is allow them to hire like 50 to 100 more employees. Like that's what they bring to the table, and that's what would help.
Activision had like 3 other studios helping them make Bungie.
Yeah, that's
no, I get that, but like you could, like Microsoft already has, like, look, put it this way, like Forza Horizon is great because Forza Horizon is made by both Turn 10 and Playground, and you could say the same thing with all the Forza Motorsport games. They got help, like they have a huge community that just works together. They'll send developers wherever. I mean, like it wouldn't be a bad place for Bungie to end up. There's just so many, and then people know people know the fucking engine at this point. Like they wouldn't have huge issues with that. So yeah, it'd be interesting if that, and I'm not even saying it's super likely, but it'd be interesting if it happened, if they got acquired again.
So the engine that's running Destiny isn't it like a modified like Halo engine? Like
it's still the original. Like they still both built off of the original Halo engine.
I'm surprised Microsoft gave them that okay. I guess they're like they have maybe made a deal with them. They'd be like, hey,
because I'll tell you what, Halo Reach feels like a lot like fucking Destiny, and Halo fucking 5 and Reach, like they both grew off of that. Like,
yeah, it's very much like if you play Destiny, you see a lot of Halo DNA in there, like the way you hit people, the way you melee
the enemies that Bungie stole from 343 because they appeared first.
You see the jackals, you see like
they're all there.
Same types, even when you fall down like an energy, there's the exact same animation as Chief going down like like one of those Covenant ship.
The portals, yeah. But yeah, I thought that was a cool rumor. Hopefully it happens. I'd like to see Bungie come back to Microsoft because I like the studio, and I'm not like I said, I'm not the hugest Destiny fan, but I've definitely dumped a ton of money into it, trying to like it.
Yeah, exactly. And because they like we mentioned, like they want to do a new IP, so if they buy them and lock down that new IP, that's huge for them right there.
Yeah,
that's because they're already.
I think admitted already to like some Chinese company that's put some money on them or whatever.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. It was Tencent or
I don't think it's Tencent. It's something else, some other company.
Was it Leiyu?
I don't know. I'm not sure, but it's a mobile game, I think.
That may be no. That's something else. I think they have. It's another like fantasy projects. Like Destiny was kind of like a stepping stone to like their new project. That's because they wanted to go all fantasy. I think because they didn't want to go like Destiny's like kind of like techno fantasy, I guess. So the new game, it's more like a dragon. I don't know from what I've been hearing, but I'd have to dig more info on that.
All right. Well, is there anything else y'all want to cover before we end the show?
No,
we are like coming on an hour 45. Well, we appreciate everybody for tuning in and hanging out with us this week. We will be back next week on Wednesday, 9 p.m. Eastern, something like that. Yeah. But until then, we ask you all to stay healthy, stay safe, and take it easy.
Yeah.
Enjoy life.
Yeah. don't be a sourpuss.
That's how we'll end this show. Don't be a sourpuss.
Yeah, just enjoy your games.
See y'all later. Peace out, everybody.
Peace out later, Josh. Thanks for stopping by, brother.